Writing Spa Part 1. We're going to start off this video lecture with a comic strip. Pause the video while you read the comic. The joke here is that writing for specific purposes, in this case academic writing, can be quite stressful, while other types of writing can be fun and seem much easier in comparison, often because we're more interested in that other type of writing. The good news here is twofold. First, in our class, you'll have freedom of topic choice, so pick something to write about that you find interesting. Second, there are a few things you can take into consideration when you are writing to make it less stress-inducing. I've organized these three ideas into a mnemonic device to make them easier to remember. SPA, or S-P-A. These ideas are situation, purpose, and audience. Hopefully, the mnemonic device will be easy to remember. We go to a spa to relax or de-stress, and remembering spa in terms of writing will help you relax when it comes to the writing process. The first part of SPA is situation. There are three components to this. Knowing your situation helps you find the best environment in which to write, it helps you have realistic expectations, and it helps you understand the context of a particular piece of writing. Here are some basic environment issues to think about. Are you someone who needs complete quiet to best write? Are you someone who needs some white noise in the background? Sometimes when I'm having trouble concentrating or my surroundings are distracting, I have a playlist of writing music that I turn on. For me, what works best is instrumental music that basically functions as white noise. But other times I need complete quiet to write. Figure out what works best for you and find space that allows you your preferred environment, whether that's the library or a busy coffee shop. Do you work best at a table, a computer desk, with your laptop sitting on your bed, or maybe on the living room couch? Find a space that's comfortable, but not so comfortable that you fall asleep or otherwise get off task. Do you have bad procrastination habits? For example, you might sit down to write and then think, oh hey, I need a drink of water. So you get up and you get a drink. Then you sit down and think, gee, I'm kind of hungry. Go get a glass of water and a snack before you start, so you don't have excuses to get up and walk away from your writing. Also, check your email quickly and then don't get onto it or other distracting websites during your writing time. YouTube and Facebook will still be there after you finish writing, I promise. Here are some basic things to consider that will help you have realistic expectations. It's best, of course, if you can start a writing project early, but that's not always possible. If it's late at night and you need to finish so you can get to bed and be functional the next day, revise your writing expectations for that particular moment. Instead of trying to get the whole draft done, like you'd maybe planned on, focus on a main portion of it and do that part. Also, know your limits. For example, I have found that I can write pretty well for about 2 hours, but then I need a break. So I try to find chunks of 2-hour time blocks in my schedule that I can use for writing. Knowing I've put in my time, I feel less guilty about running to the store or watching some TV. When all else fails, know how to triage your writing tasks. In an emergency room, people are not always seen by a doctor in the order they come in. Instead, those in worse condition get bumped to the front of the line. When you're short on time, you need to be able to identify the most important writing tasks and do those first, knowing that you'll be doing the most that you can in the time available. In terms of context, it's also important to have a realistic understanding of your situation. What genre are you writing in, and what are the conventions of that genre? What sort of formality is expected? What kinds of language are appropriate to the genre? Also consider what kind of access you have to research and people or other materials you might need to most effectively complete the writing project. Then make sure to plan ahead so that you leave yourself time to connect with those people or visit the library when it's open and available. The downfall of many a writing project is lack of effective time management and planning in advance of writing or during the writing process.